Although his father was a contract milker, Don Moore began his working career as a deep-sea fisherman. His wife Jess, with a background in pharmacy work, grew up on a lifestyle block but knew little about dairying. None of that stopped the couple from winning the Farm Manager of the Year award for Southland in 2010, or taking the national title in the New Zealand Dairy Industry Awards for Sharemilker Equity Farmer in 2013.
I don't think we would be in the situation we're in 50-50 share milking if we hadn't have been through the awards. We sort of see winning Farm Manager of the Year for Southland in 2010 is certainly to date is the most pivotal point for our career. In farming, your business is your life. It's you. Everything you do on the farm is what you choose to put into it, and it's not always easy getting that feedback from the judges when it might differ from your own opinion. But it is feedback. It's another set of eyes coming into your business and challenging you is really what it's all about. We can see that achievement of farm ownership is possible within the next 5 years. So at the moment we're really enjoying that that's getting closer and closer and consolidating as we go to allow us to make that move. This is our 7th season here. We started off as managers on the farm and have worked our way up to 50-50 share milking. The farm's quite a challenging farm with rolling to steep contour. It's 6 kilometres long. The shed's right in the middle, but it's 3 kilometres each side for the cows to walk. We've got a couple of other challenges with a couple of road crossings and an underpass, and that certainly makes for some challenges to manage the farm. Climatic effects this season have been more challenging than I'd say are normal, so that really exponentiates everything, and it's just about deciding what is for production and what is for productivity. I think are the main two things to be questioning yourself on. I'd always like to trim more costs or increase production, but it all comes back to maintaining a balance as well. And you know, I've always said that getting past Christmas now, we might be a little bit dry here. It's all about setting up for next season. It's not about the production for this season, so it's about getting those cows in the best condition possible, and concentrating on getting next season set up right.
We're not recording it. Yeah, because we've changed bikes. I grew up in Governor's Bay, just out of Christchurch. My mum was a florist and my dad was a second-hand machine dealer, so not a great background of farming at all, no. What we love about the dairy industry is everyone's keen to share their knowledge. I think the opportunities for the manager of winning the Southland Manager of the Year were pivotal because it gave our farm owners the confidence that we had the ability to move to that 50-50 position. We're now convening the Southland Otago Dairy Industry Awards, so you get to see the other side and learn other skills that you didn't before. Definitely been the challenges. I wasn't a 5 a.m, didn't even know what that time of the day was, so that was definitely a challenge for me, but I've loved it. I love being outside and I really enjoy the dairy industry. What we do to keep our goals going is we have weekends away, so that allows us to sit down and take Don, more importantly, away from the farm and get him to put some of his ideas and some of the processes that we need on a day-to-day running onto paper. Yeah. Also, I get a night away and a nice meal, so that's always quite nice. So we can away, our bags are packed full of the printer, the laminator, the highlighters. I remember the first time we went away, we typed 7,500 words in a day. So it really is locked in a hotel room, just us and our printer and our ideas, and yeah, nutting out how we're going to achieve the policies and put them in, actually physically putting them into place while we're away, not having to come home and do it.
When we moved here, this farm was probably red flagged by Environment Southland. It was always a farm they watched. There's tile drains in every paddock and it all goes downhill. We're only 2 paddocks wide, so there's not much of an opportunity for us to stop it if there's an issue before it leaves the farm. So we recognised that as an area that we wanted to jump on straight away and get remedied. So there's a K-line system that's been introduced into the farm. What we've been able to do is we've been able to cut down massively on a fertiliser bill, because we've been able to harvest everything that we put on is being harvested by the soil and the plants rather than just being put on so heavily that they don't have the opportunity to utilise it and it drains away. There's been a lot of development on effluent systems. Everyone's had to spend, the average farm will probably be up in a couple of $100,000 at least in upgrading the effluent system within the last 10 years. And going forward, it's really fine-tuning that as new technology comes on board and adopting that. But everyone's sort of much more of the attitude now that that this is better for our farming business as well as the environment. These bulls, they were the bulls that we used for natural mating after we've done our artificial insemination. They've been fattening up down the back of the farm. We've got the truck coming soon, so we're just selecting which ones are going to go away first and which ones will stay for a bit longer and need to put a bit more weight on before they head away. Normally run 4 full-time labour units. At the moment we've got 3 full-time labour units. We do have a 4th full-time labour unit that is a summer student. I've just acquired a role as farm supervisor for Dairy Holdings down in Southland and West Otago. So I will be stepping off the farm a little bit on the sort of day-to-day stuff, and we've got an old employee that did a couple of years for us. He's been away for a wee bit and got some new experiences, and he's going to be coming back to run the farm on a day-to-day basis, and we'll work alongside together. Employing staff, you're always learning, you're always growing as an employer. We've always tried to do our best. We certainly know we haven't always got it right, but that's the challenge of staff. A lot of people will say when you get above 600 cows, it's more about managing staff than it is about managing cows. So it's been a huge challenge for ourselves here, but we've always given it our best. Sometimes we do pinch ourselves. Every year we think how much we've accomplished each year, and you can look back and just think we have come a long way, and that it's 7 years is a reasonably short period of time from when we started here. We had no equity, nothing to show for it, and we've sort of started to build cow numbers and things like that, and we're doing really well. Yeah.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.